And who are you?
Nancy Morgan.
And?
Michelle BARLONDSMITH.
All right, Michelle went to the Senate, and Nancy's a resident here. They both live in Baker Trailer Park, and it's a 1-year anniversary. I am doing a video with residents to get their opinion on what they feel Enbridge has accomplished and the EPA in the last year, from a 1 million gallon oil spill approximately of Santar oil into our Kalamazoo River, and it killed all of our fish and most of the animals in the area, and now people are getting sick. So who would like to go first?
I will.
Okay, Nancy. Tell me what you feel about Enbridge's cleanup efforts in the last year.
In the last year, I think there was a lot of cover-up. I don't think that they were really out there trying to really get rid of the oil. I read a couple weeks ago in the paper that they were planning on being done with the cleaning by the end of July. If anyone goes near the river, if you look around, stick a stick down in the dirt, you'll see that there's oil still there. I think this is going to be a continuing problem for years. I just wish they'd be more honest with the public than what they've been. There's a lot of sickness that is going on from a year ago that we're still carrying with us. The people in the park have similar illnesses or memory loss, the respiratory problems, so on and so on.
Have people died that you know of, that you believe it's possible the chemicals caused the rapid malfunction of their immune systems, which killed them?
We have so far in this park 4 people that have died, 3 women and 1 man. They all had previous illnesses, and we all believe that with the chemicals in the oil and them people breathing it in, that people that were sick got sicker, and therefore this caused the progression of the disease or the sickness that they had.
So you believe that what I have been doing has helped bring out the cover-up that you say?
Tremendously. I think it's something you need to stick with. The public really needs to be aware that as of right now, this oil is not gone. How they could be finished with the cleanup in a matter of 2 weeks, I don't see how. I don't think people would want to take their kids swimming in the river. I don't think people would want to go canoeing in the river until it's positively cleaned. And as of now, in my opinion, it is not.
Well, Michelle, let me ask you, what do you think about Pat Daniels and some of the executives of Enbridge that said that they were going to clean this up at the Senate meetings better or as good as what it is before the spill?
I think they have a lot of work to do. It's nowhere near what it was. None of the cleanup is anywhere near being completed. You can walk along it, exactly as Nancy said. You can see the oil. You stick a stick into the river, you're going to have sheen come up. They said in front of our government that they would take care of it. They said to our people, we will take care of it. We will make you whole. We will take care of whatever needs to be done. And we're sitting here a year later, and it hasn't been done.
Are people, what do you feel about the lies? I mean, has there been that many lies? Is it all me? Or is there really been, hundreds and hundreds of residents that have been lied to over and over again?
a lot of residents, and I'm not just talking about here in our park, I'm talking along the stretch of the river. You have illnesses from little kids to the elderly, all the way up and down the river. It was that way a year ago. It's still that way. Have they bought out some properties? Yes, they have. Have they, but they seem to pick and choose, and my expectation is that they'll utilize those people in court against those of us who have filed lawsuits, because we've had to. The health problems are just outrageous along the river, and there have been populations, a couple of apartment complexes that have been shut due to quote-unquote other problems, but none of those people, I believe, were taken care of or reported, and we need a health study.
Yes, we do need a health study. Nancy, what's your opinion on the way Enbridge has treated me for trying to document this oil that's been left behind that's hurting the residents? What's your opinion on that?
My opinion is that if they weren't doing something wrong, then there would have been no problem with you putting videos out there. It would have just showed areas that aren't finished with the cleanup.
And what do you believe about all the arrest attempts that they've had on me and the assaults and stuff
There
like
again, you know, you ask yourself why. What is it you're doing except to show the public what is really going on? They don't want the people to know this.
And why do you feel that?
Because they know for a fact that they can't clean all the oil out. And when you're talking about a company, big money, you know, they feel they can get away with anything.
Yeah, they do. So, just so everybody knows, I almost didn't come back. I was in Florida having the time of my life with my family. I said my goodbyes just in case something happens. I have a small business that I gave to my family, and I did my last will and testament, and I'm back. I'm going to finish what I started, and no matter what happens to me, at least I know I did the right thing, and I followed through, and these residents really need somebody to be a voice for them, and that's what I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to help them out. So I want to thank you guys for all these videos that you've done over the last year, and we will do more in the future. I'm going to go out in the river and do some more investigating and see what they have cleaned up and what they haven't cleaned up, and then I will make that public. Do you have any last words, Nancy?
Just keep up the good work.
Thank you. And Michelle?
Don't stop videotaping, and all the public out there also needs to get their cameras and videotapes out. If you live along the river, you need to talk to a lawyer.
Yes. Here's another thing. The reason why I'm doing these videos is because there's going to be more oil spills. And when there's an oil spill, somebody needs to be aware of what these companies are going to do. They're going to lie to you. They're going to tell you that everything's fine. They're going to tell you don't worry about it. They're going to get you to sign off your health rights and your regular rights for 5% of what you deserve or what you will get if you get an attorney. It's a financial game they play with our lives. And if I don't make these videos public, the people in the future won't know what to do when something like this happens. At least they have a reference now when there's an oil spill in their area. They can watch these videos. They know the lies they're going to be told. They know what to do about it ahead of time. And that's part of the reason why I'm doing this. The other part of the reason is because my community was tortured with fumes and illegal chemicals that we weren't evacuated from, and the people from Enbridge, Pat Daniels and several of the executives, need to be sentenced and sent to prison for lying to us and for hurting our families. And there's been miscarriages, stillborns, animals have died over and over again that are being born, and they can't make it. These chemicals are in their bodies and they're not going away. So thank you. Please pass these videos around, and I appreciate all your support.